What up, dogs? Welcome back to Garo Tactical Heroes. Let's continue forth here. Oh, we got another chest. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Booty, pop it, booty, pop it. Yeah, there you go, 193. It's still not enough to level these dudes up, but we do have these guys on off of cooldown. So I'm gonna try for a boss kill right here for the primal Octo Tentacle for the 3 hero souls. This should be fun. Yeah, let's see how we're doing here. 15. Okay, so we're actually 1/4 of the way through regular. So really, if I unlock or reload all of these cooldowns, or the important ones, we might be able to get it. But we also might be able to do this like right here, using the power of critical hits. Am I seriously moving this thing around, like this island around this much? Alright, so that'd be 15 seconds, and we don't do it. Okay, still not even close, honestly. Which is a terrible feeling. I want to do good. I want to be past this area. I've gone up to like the 300s here. I don't know, just hitting sort of like a quick hard plateau. I think it's gonna help once I get like all of the upgrades for all these people, and yeah, it's gonna help when I get all the upgrades for all these people, and because there's a lot of upgrades that also increase. This is something you didn't know. It also increase other people's it also increases other people's DPS as well, which if we can get an upgrade that increases other people's DPS, it'll increase these dudes' DPS all the way down here, so that'll help out a lot. It's basically getting DPS upgrades for your most powerful dudes without spending a lot of money. So we're about to show you a little bit of that in a little bit, but first, let's go over the Wandering Fisherman, shall we? This is our next warrior. You hire him for 4K, which is for the 5th dude, a little bit nice. So real quick, I just want to get him 10 in. There you go. Now I know what he's working with. I have no idea what that is. It looks like it should be like a club, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to have like a fishing pole. I think you get different like character models after they become gilded, so there's a little bit of lore coming out of there as well. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure maybe Brittany Beach Princess doesn't have this conch staff before she's gilded, but now that she is gilded, she might actually be a beach princess now. I didn't go over that aspect of the lore system, but I guess there it is. So they get a little bit more badass after they're gilded. So that started with Ivan the Drunken Baller, moved on to Brittany Beach Princess, and I guess a Wandering Fisherman's not even a fisherman now. He doesn't catch any more fish. He just like hits people with his fucking, what is that, octopus staff or some shit. I don't know, man. Anyways, let's read about him real quick. The Wandering Fisherman. He wouldn't tell you his name. Maybe you'd rather not know. His spear is good for catching fish and popping bloops. Bloops being like the enemies, the slime enemies that we've been seeing over on the right side over here, which is fun. It's fun. I imagine Wandering Fisherman, like every time he sees a bloop or even a mud ball, because it looks like these guys pop as well. See, he's just like he's a precision striker. You see what I'm saying? He's got the spear, so he's coming in. He's like, whenever there's something to stab, and it's like super effective. Like you wouldn't do it on the Turtleoid. He's too tough all over his body. He might go for the eyeballs, yes, but also like especially for these dudes, he'll just come in and do that jab, jab, jab. There you go. Once again, the shell, devil crab, too tough. Armor all around, but he might focus on the eyeballs there. This dude, I guess, will just go for, like, always go for the eyes. There's no way he's touching the sea snail. It's like, I am a fisherman, but he's hiding right now. Same with the Turtleoid Warlock. You can't see his eyes, so you can't strike effectively. So my man Wandering Fisherman here is basically like a Ronin, if you want to see it like that. wanders around, never tells anyone his name because he's got a dark and shady past. But he'll help you fight these monsters off who are trying to invade your town, which is behind you, I guess, which is obviously overrun with just like hundreds of thousands of monuments being put up for how awesome my clicks are. And everyone just hollowed him out and started living inside him now because, you know, they're overrunning the town. So the wandering fisherman comes by and sees this, and he said, "This is anarchy. I'm here to help." And he just comes in, and you know, he knows when to hold him, knows when to fold him. Whenever he's needed, he comes in there with the jab. But obviously, since, you know, Beach Princess, Brawler, Tree Beast, or Sid are like in there doing their shit, you know, and he can't do nothing, he just stays back and he's like, "You know what, y'all got this. I'm a very specific." It's like a person who, like, it's like when your parents told you if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. It's the same thing with fighting. Apparently, assumedly, when you're fighting, if you can't make any like good moves, just fucking dodge. Just stand back and let other people do the fighting, and once you can contribute in some way, then you go up in there, fucking jab in the face with a spear. Otherwise, so let's read about his spear training. Oh, this isn't. So he already has a spear. This is just like we buy him lessons to use his spear better, or maybe we just train with him with his spear. So it's like a fucking kung fu montage, basically. We're there, we're here, we're queer. No, we're there with them, and it's like, you know what? You could there's some of them, like the snail. You might be able to get some if you're trained well enough. That snail that you thought, oh, you can't do nothing with, maybe you can. Maybe you just jab inside of the shell, grab an eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out so I could slice it off with my fucking sword. Brittany Beach Princess says with her brand name equipment right over here. So he's obviously like, you know what? Because he's smart. He's a smart ronin. He's like, I obviously do not know all that I need to know in this life yet. I guess he's like, what, in his 30s or something. So training is always essential. You learn throughout your entire life. So spear training, I've only ever used this spear for fishing. I need to learn how to use it better in combat. Okay, there you go. He's a ronin who's now using his spear that he catches fish with for combat now. That's his thing. So let's do that. Next up, crab net increases the fisherman DPS by 100. I'll have a way to get food with very little effort. The team will be grateful for this. Yeah. So yeah, basically, he's a support character. My friend, the ronin, wandering fisherman with the shady past. He's like, I will use this spear to jab the eyeballs of your enemies. But also, if you guys are hungry, I'll go get some crabs for you. And we'll have a blast. And in fact, actually, I like to think it's pretty hot in here. I should put the AC down again. But I like to think that he uses this crab net as well to capture some of these deviled crabs that we see. That would do a lot of damage to a deviled crab, would it not? Just capturing it, immobilizing it, and then using it to feed your party. That's great. I'm glad I picked you, wandering fisherman, because none of these dudes were feeding me. They're just helping me do DPS. Now you're feeding me, my friend. That's awesome. Next up, we have whetstone. So increase 25. Yeah, look at that. It's definitely a whetstone. Increases DPS by 100%. It says, I used to have one of those. No idea what happened to it. Very mysterious. If he can sharpen his spear, he will do more damage. So yeah. So every so often when you miss an attack on a devil crab and you miss his eyeball and you go for the shell, you know, chips breaks the spear a little bit, makes it not even, just makes it a little bit duller. So now he's got a whetstone, so he's always doing like the most effective attacks right here. Blah! There you go. There you go. Most effective attacks with our fisherman's spear. Good shit. Next up is fish cooking. Oh, what was that you saw over there? Oh, it increases DPS of all heroes by 25%. Yeah. Straight up. Fish cooking. This is why I like the fishermen too, why I like leveling them up too, because this is a pretty good thing. Betty's been teaching me be able to cook fish for the team. Yeah, Betty Clicker, he's saying. So Betty, even though she hasn't joined our party and hasn't started beating up on enemies yet, she's still back there somewhere, I think. And the Wandering Fisherman actually knows her personally, apparently. He's like, yeah, Betty's been teaching me how to cook all these fish and crabs, apparently, that we've been catching. So instead of eating just raw fish like I'm used to making, because Ronin is from like Japan or something, he's like now I can cook them for all of you guys, and you won't get scromboid poisoning. Oh, what an awkward, hilariously awkward way to phrase that. But yeah, increases DPS of all heroes by 25%. If you look in the upper left corner, right now we have 31,800 septillion DPS, which is great. But also, we've been leveling these early dudes up quite a bit just to get them like fully leveled up with all their shit. And it hasn't been touching this number basically even a little. But this definitely will, because this will increase the DPS of these dudes down here by 25% as well. So we're about to see it jump up a little bit, so get ready for this. You'll see the power of it now. 3, 2, 1. It's basically like, basically like increase your total DPS up here by 25%, if you want to look at it that way. So this total number next to the idol, it's going to increase by exactly 25% now that we have fish cooking. So let's see it. So what's 25% of 30,000? Let's round it down to 30,000. Half of that would be 15,000. Half of that would be 7,500. So it's probably going to increase it by another 7,500. So let's call it like just under like 40,000. So let's see it. There you go. What did I tell you? What I tell you? I'm pretty good at math. Oh. And now we're, and that's one upgrade that we got for one of our early dudes that actually helps us with defeating these enemies a little bit faster. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll be able to beat this boss because of what the fisherman has offered for us in this video. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Okay, so I do need like 600 M for the next Frosty upgrade, so don't even think about that one right now. Let's just grab Wandering Fisherman's last upgrade. Here it is, the end of the line, state-of-the-art fishing gear. Let's level them up so we can see the icon there. It's just a bunch of gears. So if you want to take it absolutely literally, it's a state-of-the-art fishing gear. It's a gear, basically. I don't know how it's used to fish. Maybe this little octopus staff you got, like, just shoots an octopus down to the water and grabs it with, like, its tentacles and pulls it out. That would be amazing. But it also probably has, like, a mechanism in there to shoot it out and, like, reel it back in. So it would probably be gear of some sort. So this is just saying that it's much more effective now. It's state-of-the-art gear. Doesn't rust, doesn't like it's automatically oiled up and shit, so you don't have to do much to it. Anyways, let's read what he says, because I hate to come up with lore by myself without reading what he says. So maybe we should just read it first and then figure out the lore behind it, because obviously if we come up with a lore that counteracts the actual lore, that would be stupid and shitty. And so increases click damage by 0.5% total DPS. This is nice, and we should be able to buy all this spiffy new gear because we've been selling off all the extra fish we didn't need. Apparently we're catching a bunch of fish. Now we can haul in a bigger load. Awesome. So this is the ideal fisherman man over here, because because he's not just fishing to feed us anymore. He's fishing like overtime. He's doing some overtime fishing during the nighttime even too. He's just like, well, I'm catching all these extra fish so I can sell it, so I can get better fishing gear, so I can catch more fish, so I can sell more fish, yada 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 yada. Eventually, he's just gonna ball out of control, and we'll still eat good fish, but also he's just gonna like create his own like fisherman's like guild or whatnot for all fishermen to come in. He's gonna he's gonna self promote it, self fucking what's the word? Produce, I guess. Produce it. I mean, self-funded, straight up entrepreneur, wandering fisherman, the Ronin here, and he still doesn't tell people his fucking name. So that's great. That's great that he does that, but he's also helping us out quite a bit in the background for us. Once again, support character right here. Great support character though. Next up, in the next episode, we're going to talk about another support character, Betty Clicker. Awesome. So we'll catch you guys then. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the series so far. I know I am. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.